All right, hello everyone. I'm going to go over a few features of Google Hangouts, and then I'm going to show you the agenda that I shared with you earlier today and answer some of your questions that you had from the online collaboration session at Forum this past week in Bangkok. So the first thing I'm going to do is share my screen with you, and you will see Google Hangouts. This is my screen. This is what it looks like. I'm going to focus on, well, there's my son, you can see. But if you look at the left-hand column of your screen, you have a chat feature. Okay, right here. This chat feature, if you click on it, it opens up a chat bar to the right, and you can chat with whoever is in your Hangouts. You can also talk. There's 8 people that are allowed in a Hangout. This button right here is for screen share, which I'm doing with you right now, and that's helpful if you have a document that you want other people to see. And then you have some other features here that you can explore. But these are the main ones that I use: the chat and the screen share. If I want to share something that I've worked on from my Google Drive, if you look down in the lower right-hand corner, there's a Drive icon. If I click that, that will allow me to share a document with you. So I'm just going to quick show you our agenda for this evening's meeting. Once I find it, here's the agenda, and I can select it, and that'll give a link right here to the agenda. And I'm going to go to that agenda right now. So this is what I shared with you. I emailed you a link, but then I also shared the link through the actual Google Hangout. So those are a few features of Google Hangouts that that I just went over. If you remember in our online collaboration session, we were able to collaborate on a document via Google Drive. We used Google Slides, and we also were able to chat in that document as we worked on it. But Google Hangouts allows you to be able to talk and have an online meeting as you're working on those shared documents. So just going down through this, these are some of the questions that you guys had. So I'm going to go through and just answer those questions. The one that I think I wanted to focus on first was encouraging your colleagues to use communities. And there are a couple questions about Google Plus communities as well as other Google tools. So I first wanted to just show you the Google Plus community. So if you go to your Gmail address right here, you will see up on the upper right-hand corner, there is a Google Apps icon, and that will allow you to click into some of the most common used tools. So for example, Google Plus. I'll click on Google Plus. That'll take me to my Google Plus, and somebody said, is it like Facebook? And the answer is yes, it is somewhat like Facebook. You need a Gmail address, I believe, to have Google Plus. You need to have a profile in order to join a community. So if you look at the left-hand column, you have your menu items. If you click on communities, it'll tell you which communities you're a part of. These are the ones that you're a member of, and these are the ones that you've started. So if you look, we were on online collaboration tools. This was the one that you joined during the forum. And if you remember, this is where I shared my team brand with you. And if you go to members, you should be able to see some of your names right here, as well as some others from workshops I've done. If I can always go back to my menu and go back to communities. And so some of you asked, how do I start one or a community with, say, my faculty, the teachers that I work with? You can go right here, create a community. And then you have a choice to you name the community. You can make it private or public. I usually make them public so that anyone can join. But even if you make it public, you can request that they have to ask to join, and then you give each person permission. I don't like to do that because then I have to respond to a lot of emails. So you would create a community and then you would click done, and it's as easy as that. If I go back into this community too, then I can show you some of the features. You can always go up here and edit your community. You can add in links. The links for mine are right here. So I can go to different branding websites from our activity from last week. And then if you want to share something new, there's a space up top. You click on it, and you can share photos, a website link. You can do a poll. You can share your location. There's a number of things you can do with that. So I use Google Plus community pages with other teachers for workshops that I do. And then I also use them with students for classes that I have. And the main reason I do that is because I don't have to, they can go to this one website and they can check all of the information that they need from my class. So if you're working with, in your context with your work partners, people you're collaborating with, this might be a good spot to share resources for your team. All right, so that was the Google Plus communities, a little bit more about that. So the other one that you guys had were, where can I find other Google tools? And if you go back to that square icon, and then you go down and click on more, it gives you more. And then if you click on even more, it'll take you to a different website where it will show you many different apps. And some of these I've looked at, some of these I haven't. The best thing you can do is if you have a need, you may be able to find a tool that helps you. So for example, Calendar is a good way to organize meeting dates and to share meetings with collaborators or your work colleagues, organizing contact lists. You have your common ones, Google Drive and Google Sheets, but there are many others. If you go down, you can just see there's a lot. So if you have a need, one thing to do is to check with the Google tools to see if there's a tool that will match your need. Okay, let's see. So Google Form was another one that somebody mentioned about. So I'm going to go back to, so again, I go to the icon, the tools icon. And this one, actually, I'll just go to my Google Drive. So I'm in my online collaboration tools folder on Google Drive. Here are my folders you can see. What I'm going to do is click New. And we have our Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. You guys worked on those. But if you go down and you click More, you can create a Google form. Okay, so I'll create a Google form. And then you can see the screen is pretty simple. But this allows me to survey my audience or people, clients, people I'm working with for a variety of reasons. If you're a teacher, and you want to get information from your students, you could create a student questionnaire. That's the title I'll give it. And then you can ask your questions. Right, so let's see, question 1, what is your name? And I'm going to make that, short answer. So there's multiple choice, checkbox, drop down. There's some different types of questions you can have. We'll just do a short answer. Then if I click in another question, what is your email address? And again, I'll do that short answer. Yeah. We add another question. How is your English? I know this one I can do a multiple choice. So let's say option 1, advanced. Option 2, intermediate. Option 2, beginner. So they could tell me what level of English they are. And then my last question, let's go, what are your goals for my class? And I'm going to make that a little bit longer, one paragraph. Yeah. So you can make them required. I'm going to require them to answer all of these. So it just takes a few minutes to set up a survey. So I have 4 questions there. So what I can do now is I can preview it, the eye up top, and that's what it looks like, real simple, right? And you guys fill out a questionnaire like this too. They would submit it, and it would come to me. So what I'm going to do though, before I do that, you can click on some things here. I can switch to whatever color I want. Let's do that one. Okay, so those are the questions. And then you want to click on responses. Okay, and you'll have, when you click on this, it's to create a spreadsheet. So what's nice is I'll create a new spreadsheet, and that'll link to my form. So whenever anyone fills out my form, I'll have their information entered into a Google Sheet. So that might be nice for collecting information. So what I would do then is, when I'm ready to send it, I would click send. You can either type in people's email addresses here, or you can get a link. So sometimes what I'll do is just copy the link. You can click copy. And then when you go to something like your Google Plus Hangout, like if I wanted to share this link with you guys, online collaboration tools, I would just come up here and I would click the link, paste it in there. And there's my student questionnaire. So I'd post it. And then what you would do is you would click on it. And there it is. And so I could then fill this out. Eric Wininger, money@gmail.com. My English is intermediate. That's advanced. Want to improve my accent. And I'd submit. It's good, it's done. So what I can see then is on my student questionnaire, the spreadsheet that I connected it to, I have my information has already been entered into it. So anyone else that fills it in, that's where it will appear. And then this, of course, is saved in the folder where I created it. Remember, I created it by going a new Google form. And so this is where it is, student questionnaire, that's the form. And then the spreadsheet that it's linked to is right here. To give you another example, you guys, during the session last week, you filled out this action plan form, and I got all of your responses in a spreadsheet. So this is what it looked like. So I have all of your emails, right? I was able to email you today. This is how I was able to do it. And then I have your questions over here that you asked. And those are what I'm going over right now. So that's how I did it. It's pretty easy to do. So I'm sure you can find application for your work whenever you need to get information from either colleagues or clients that you can use for a presentation or for a work project. All right, so in this video, what we've done so far is we've gone over forming a Google Plus community and how you might use that, some other Google tools and where to access those. We've gone over Google Plus Hangout features, and then we just went over the Google form and how you use the Google form. I'm gonna stop the screen share now. All right, so I hope this video was helpful. If you have any other questions about it, you can feel free to email me and I will get back to you.